Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be asking that decades old question, will it barbarian? If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Look, in all seriousness, this Legendary Barbarian is incredible. Like, this right here, I mean, it's quite possibly going to be in my top 10 figures of the year. Not because I feel like it's the greatest Mythic Legions figure that's ever been made, but because it just hits something within me. Like this, I love this guy. This is fantastic. I love Conan. I love He-Man. I just love a really good barbarian that will, looks like he's traveling the world. He's got a sword. And he's just going around like killing monsters. Like, and this guy hits it. But there are some things I would have changed. I'm not sure I would have chosen this particular belt. This barbarian belt, I mean, goes way back. In the Mythic Legions parts count, parts library, probably back to the very beginning of the line. I think I would have preferred, like most people, to see Sir Gideon Heavensbrand belt used here. But it just got me thinking, what are some other figures that you literally could just take right off of your Mythic Legions shelf and like slap onto this guy or pop this head and some of the arms or whatever? Like, what can we pop and swap with this guy and see what we can create? And so that made me think, hey, let's just do that. Let's pull down 5 Mythic Legions figures from the shelf and see if it will barbarian. All right, so let's put our barbarian guy over here, who is not Conan, and we're gonna go like probably simplest to more complex. And so I just grabbed, like, literally just walked over to my Mythic shelf and it's like, what can we barbarian with this guy? What can we use? And so the very first one that I picked is the Armory Knight Experience. This is going to be one of the Black Knights with the leather armor. I would love to see like what all of this armor would look like on our not Conan figure. So let's go heat up some water and get to popping and swapping. All right, here we have the Barbarian sort of mixed in with the Black Knight with the leather, brown leather goods. And I would say, yeah, for the most part, this guy Barbarians. I don't have like an extra like flesh-colored or accurately flesh-colored neck peg. So that is just the silver neck peg in there. So, that would need to be adjusted. But the leather pauldrons, I think, would look good even with the bear barbarian body. But yeah, like this looks like he's been sort of outfitted by a king or something that has like given him the armor and the weapons he needs to go and like do a job if he's a sellsword. But yeah, I dig it. I really like the Barbarian's soft goods underneath the leather with the studded armor, and then the greaves, the armored legs and greaves. I think that looks really nice, like he's sort of pieced this armor together. But yeah, no, I dig this. I think this looks very, very good. And yeah, for my first choice, I'm going to say, yeah, this Barbarians. All right, next up, this is going to be a weird one, but I just thought, hey, let's see what we can do here. And we don't need all of these robes, but does the Figura Obscura Mask of Red Death, does it barbarian? Let's find out. And so here we have the Legendary Barbarian with some of the parts from the Mask of Red Death. And I would say that this guy, sort of barbarians. This was really what I was looking for, was to see how this would work out. But you can see that it's, it really is intended for a much slimmer torso. And this one, while it doesn't gap up or you don't see any of the the gap edge right there. It is just a touch too big for that. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It also doesn't come down far enough to sort of like cover up the hinge joint right there, the swivel for the upper thigh. But like this part looks really nice. I think with the chains, this looks good. And I kind of took the shirt and just tucked it up underneath one of the belt, this longer belt here, and have it as a cape. I would have really liked to see what this mask looks like on the face itself. And I thought I would be able to like maybe tuck it up under the hair since the hair is removable, but it just sits funny and it doesn't really look that good and it doesn't stay on there. But maybe some sticky tack right under the little mask at the top. I mean, that looks pretty brutal. I mean, I wouldn't want to see this guy coming in a in a dark street one night. He does look pretty brutal. But so does the Mask of the Red Death, does it, Barbarian? Sort of. All right, next up on the list, number 3 is going to be Deestros. And I just thought this older patinaed armor would look good. And I do believe, this is the cape. I thought maybe I'd put a custom cape on here, but I do believe this is the cape that came with Deestros. But I just thought this, I mean, this is the same sort of design as like the leather pauldrons that we looked at earlier in our first pop and swap. But I just thought this would look really cool with the body. So we're going to give this a shot and we're going to see if it barbarians. Okay, this guy most definitely barbarians. This is a really good set of armor for this guy. I dig it. I love like the old, like patinaed look, the bluish gray contrasting with that caramel skin. I think looks great. The belt that he came with already looks awesome. I forgot that. Most definitely this is the original cape. I forgot about the straps that went around, and I love the way the shoulder pauldrons look, and even holding Deestros' head looks great. The purple on the inside, very regal. It looks like an old, it looks like the cape that used to belong to a king, but with this kind of barbarian king, he's going to get it tattered and torn. And I definitely think Deestros, he barbarians hard. Now this may have been one you guys saw coming. Mainly because Poxus's shoulder pauldrons are the one that already come with the Legendary Barbarian. But, this under armor, like this chest armor here, this belt with all of the stuff on it, the soft goods, oh man, like, this little piece here that is so widely used in customs, I'm just like, I know this is like a shoe-in. I know that this is going to barbarian so hard, but I just really need to look and see what this looks like for myself. So let's find out. Does Poxus barbarian? Oh boy, does he ever barbarian. I mean, this is just absolutely bonkers. Dude, this is so good. Like, I mean, if I were going to be building like a custom with a bunch of different parts, I think I would get an extra Poxus. I would probably like cut these like bug tentacle arms off, but the soft goods here down below, the old nasty like armor on the legs. I love this right here. This is one of my favorite torsos. This neck piece, which by the way, I still have Poxus's neck on, but you would never know. And of course, the shoulder armor, which they already accurately pulled from this figure already. I just think, 100%. You could probably just, get one of these heads, if anybody is selling them separately, and then just pop it on your Poxus, and you've got instant, well-traveled barbarian. This belt is insane. Maybe even better than the Sir Gideon Heavens brand belt for this style of character. I don't know. Like, they're both fantastic. But yeah, man, Poxus, he barbarians hard. And lastly, we can't have a barbarian that looks like Conan without going down the kingly route. So we're going to take this guy right here, and we're going to see if this guy, if he king barbarians. Well, yes, indeed. This guy does king barbarian very hard. The only thing I did here is just swap the hand, swap the head. And of course, yeah, I mean, he is going to king so hard. I could definitely see, maybe even using the bear chest if you'd like. These shoulder pauldrons would look incredible. The golden armor plays well with the caramel of his skin, and that big warhammer just makes so much more sense. So yeah, does this guy king barbarian? Yeah, he king barbarians all day long. So what have we learned here? We have learned that, man, honestly, unless it's like a Cosmic Legion or a female body or a 2.0 style body, pretty much anybody you pop and swap this guy with is gonna look incredible. I mean, just the few that I just randomly pulled off my shelf look fantastic, and most of all of them successfully barbarianed. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just need a friend. So here we go. And I think this is all we need to really make this guy pop. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I would love to see your pop and swaps with this guy. If you got a channel, do your own video, or post some pics on Instagram and tag me in it at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'd love to see them. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.